has started now. The kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Mills. This to the outside for Mack. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
To throw, Mills.
That's complete. It's Collins. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
And that is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away.
And back deep, Gunnar Olszewski.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 9. Pickett backed up into his end zone here. The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defense. That was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Steelers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play by Jerry Hughes to drop him behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 15 now. Pickett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know, usually
the throw for Claypool is intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mills now.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Here's Mills. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
On play action, Mills out to his left.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Mills with a throw out wide that's complete.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Pierce.
And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. picked off by Christian Harris.
And the return will stop right around the 25. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Mills to throw it. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB. Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. From the 31,
Pickett fires the out route and completes it to Harris.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down. Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Throwing, Mills. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool.
And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A solid stiff arm. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out. Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And my goodness, another interception.
Derek Stingley picks it.
He's at the 40, past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Steps away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Now Pickett on 4th down. Again, it's Johnson.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll throw again with Pickett.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 20. Under pressure, they got him again.
Jerry Hughes too strong as he's in for the sack.
I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On the return, it's King. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Now to Mechie on the jet sweep.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll run here with Pierce. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Second and goal from the 1. Now Mills on the sneak, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Davis Mills scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Texans are in for 6. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead is now 24.
Next to score, Texans 24. Steelers nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for... And now here is another interception. Derek Stingley picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Give to Pierce. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A good pickup there of 22. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40. 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And he's going to get in for the score, and the lead now cut to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their depth.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3 from the 9. Here's Pickett.
Looking middle, and that's complete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Steelers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Looking to throw here. Pickett.
And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a one-score game. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock. That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here's Mills.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. There again is Cooks, complete.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back.
They'll run for it with Pierce.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Now Mills to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now Mills on 4th down.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially